Hello, this is Falterfire. Today's run is going to be an aggro Paladin run, but also I wanted to go ahead and explain a bit about where the channel is at right now because a new update just dropped and I have a lot of videos queued up, but I'm releasing them in chronological order, which means that the ones that are coming out now, aside from this one, were recorded quite a while ago. So the updates, the videos I'm releasing are going to be runs that I have done on the beta. They're going to show off a lot of stuff that has changed since then. And I wanted to make it clear that if you're watching the other videos to check the version number in the title, and that will tell you what patch it was on, because that will tell you whether or not you're dealing with the most recent content. This video is on 6136, which is the official live version of Aetherstorm Part 2. So this is the same version that y'all get to play with. So with that out of the way, let's do a Paladin run. Let's do Rock'em Sock'em Robot, which is my Paladin aggro list. Those are fine. That's probably fine. We probably don't need it, but whatever. And so this list is, like I said, it's an aggressive list. We have follow-up strikes, we have galvanized blades, we have voltaic surges, we have nimble strike, we have frost strike. I have gone back and forth a little bit on the exact cards I want here. It's possible that I want a rallying strike instead of like the nimble strike, and I know that Kuko is a huge fan of the hidden blades, but I tend to not love them because you do need to find a way to get consistent critical for them to be online. One of the things you'll notice is we're only running 3 mana cards. This is a thing you can do with the new balance, is that it is a lot easier to run these very mana light decks that do a lot of damage. The card pool similarly is kind of light on mana. Our goal is just to kind of get our aggressive cards and get going. There are a lot of zero cost cards, but a lot of them are actually skills, like Pocket Blade, or skills or strikes. So we have Hunt, which is a skill, Pocket Blade, which is a strike. We have Battle Ready, which is a skill, Surprise Attack is a skill, Stinging Strike is a strike. So yeah, just lots of cheap things. And let's get rolling. So we're absolutely going to go to the Battery Ramparts. Gargoyle Sentry is great because that drops cards that we want. We're fighting Shadowbone Dragon, which is whatever. We don't have that many good weather events here. I think the weather event we would want most is actually the Scorching Winds weather, but the Ramparts has too many good cards for us to pass that up. And then we're fighting Bay later, which should be pretty easy. So this is pretty much the polar opposite of most Paladin decks I run because it's incredibly aggressive. This is pretty useful. This is also great. This is a hard choice, kind of. But I think the Lucky Die is more valuable because it lets us get out of bad early hands. Okay, so as far as cards go, Artillery is actually okay because we should have enough cards to support it, and I just love playing Artillery because it's funny. We probably don't need Swarm Calling. We could go left to get access to these weather cards, but I don't think most of these are that useful. Like Hazy Replica is the only one that I would really want of the 3. And although this fight does give us good cards, I think it's not worth passing up the shot at Defective Strike and especially Enraged Persistence, because I think Enraged Persistence is just a nonsense powerful card right now. So we're going to start here. Go ahead and get some powerful. All right. Hopefully we can kill this. I think we probably can. Oh, we got close. We can use that, which will ensure that we get this kill. Unfortunately, these guys didn't set up bleed this turn, so we should be good to go. Yeah, definitely one of the big things here is that we do want to be able to find Supercharge, or to upgrade our energy stuff so we can get Supercharged more easily. Unleash is very good early, especially. It does shock us, but that usually isn't a huge deal. Question is whether it's more valuable than Crystal Strike, and I think the answer is no. Although that's a tough call, really. Unleash is one of those cards that I haven't been using as much super recently, but every time I've used it, it's amazing, so I feel like I'm probably making a mistake by not using it more. Okay. So this is going to leave us at 0 mana, which is awkward, but we can now die all of those. And there we go. All right, Pocket Blade is great. This will be the first video that goes live where I'm going to get show off Pocket Blade, so that's going to be fun. I don't think we have any treasure access. I know we don't in our starting deck. Metal Rune is nice for when we aren't turn 1 killing things. This fight is a pain in the butt. But we should be able to manage it. And see, we get Pocket Blade back, which is actually very good with this Lucky Die, because we can just pitch it to Lucky Die. Yeah, and we're going to pitch all of those. I maybe should have kept the focus, but yeah. So we could try and get a freeze here, but I think we were better off just doing this. Yeah, and then we just get the kill. Power Surge is solid. I don't have anything I super want to cut yet. I am very bad about cutting cards, even when I should. Maybe the Nimble Strike. You don't really have the draw to support Nimble Strike. I'm just not a huge fan of it, because it's so low value relative to some of the other draws. Unfortunately, we do not have a reroll token available. The upside is all of the drops from this fight are good. It's just that we would like to find... so I think we're going to pitch these. I think we do want the Burst of Strength. Galvanized Blade, which will draw us the Pocket Blade, although it will cost us some mana. Okay, so we flip it into that mode. Unfortunately, we can't use... I probably shouldn't have played the Galvanize, but I wanted to, because now we can't get supercharged yet. Yeah, that was a pretty poorly played turn that we only killed the front one. So I think we're going to do this first. And then we're going to supercharge. Get powerful for turn. We want to get this out of hand so we can redraw it. And then we can play this. And we didn't need the other thing. So, alright, we didn't have to reroll for it. We just naturally got it, which is great. Oh man, this is a tough choice. I think because we already have Lucky Die, we take Frost Robes, because that makes... God, but Tiny Book is so good. We're going to take Frost Robes. Enraged Persistence Plus is an incredible upgrade, but I think the Voltaic Surges are more important, because these just aren't really functional. They become far more functional for us once we get to upgrade them. Okay. What do we discard first? I want to get to 0 for this, which could be a little tricky. I think we pitch that. Okay. So that's going to get us to 0. And then we have to... We're going to pitch all of these. Found mana. Do we have lethal becomes the question. We should at least have enough to freeze. And no, we just have lethal. Okay. Alright, somebody is knocking. Let me go see if that's anybody I need to care about. Door-to-door salesman. Trying to sell me electricity, but I already have electricity. See, I have a lightning blade right here. Rupture Strike and then upgrade it seems pretty good. That can be very good for us. So yeah. We do want this other Voltaic Surge upgrade. This going to 2 from 3 is actually incredibly important, though, for how playable it becomes. I think we're going to upgrade this. Trying to remember, did we take... We took the Frost Robes, which means that I think I'm okay with cutting the Frost Strike, because it's expensive. We also need to upgrade the Galvanic Blade. One of the things with this deck is it is very upgrade hungry. There are just so many very good cards that we want to upgrade ASAP. Pitch that, because we'll just get it back. We can do this. It's only going to get us 2 powerful, but that's fine. You're not quite dead. We'd like you to die without having to spend a card. Okay, we can do this and that. All right. That seems okay. you're going to supercharge. See if we can get out some damage. Bonk, bonk. Okay, Arcane Strike is pretty good. Undying Persistence isn't bad. I don't hate that. Although discarding can be tricky for us. I think we'll just take the Arcane Strike for now. Okay. Jump down to attack. So this one we get just for... I feel like there's supposed to be a fight there. But I will, because you get a card afterwards. I don't know that we want that. I think we just take the Predator's Focus. We do need a little bit more mana. So this fight, Kinetic Transfer is probably too expensive. Pitiful Strike would be very good. And I might take an Undying Persistence. We don't need the other two. So yeah, we just get Friend. The downside is because they have shield, we can't actually easily get we can't get this turned on. There we go. Now that's on. So we could... I think they're gonna let you die. Get temporary powerful. That worked out very nicely. There we go. Nice and clean. Arms race is amazing. That's pretty okay. We have a lot of, like I said, very good upgrades. This fight can be a pain in the butt for decks in general, but our deck in particular, just because we have, there's a lot of stuff to fight through here. But fortunately, we shouldn't give them. We shouldn't have to give them a chance to get Opportunist going. All right. We could get more temporary powerful by playing that, and then trying to think how we get to. We do this into that. And then, yeah, we don't have a way to avoid. Oh wait, we do. We do that. That kills you. And we do a little bit more damage, and then you will die to our pet. Who's also going to give us, effectively, 2 powerful. Because the pack tactics is going to give us, going to work well with that. Absolutely, we will pitch that. Although it isn't powerful for the purposes of Rupture Strike, that's relevant. Could just upgrade the Rupture Strike with this. That seems okay. We do end up wasting a lot of damage here, but wish that we had gotten that kill there. All right. Our trusty companion once again saves the day. And now we are even stronger. All right. There we go. Continuing to rock him and sock him. I don't love this one. I do like Lightning Blade a decent amount. I'm torn between that and then just taking the Spry Vigor. How are we doing on mana? We picked up one more mana. We picked up 2 more mana cards because we picked up this. Spry Vigor is pretty good. Lightning Blade is also pretty good. It does... We don't really need the Shock. I think we'll take the Spire Vigor for now, although that's possibly wrong. This is way better than that. And I think we upgrade... I think we need to start upgrading the Albanized Blades. They just become substantially stronger once they're upgraded, which is true of obviously a lot of cards, but... Let's see. We can go after Elemental Strike, so we're going to do that. I like this route. I would take a Mystic Ritual. It's kind of expensive, but we may be able to afford it. I'm certainly willing to try. Okay. Let's hammer that. let's summon you. Okay, yeah, we're not going to be able to get to 0 easily. Although, we can just do this. See where it takes us. Okay. So we can do this into this. We don't get to upgrade them, but we have so much powerful now. And we lose a little bit of health technically, but from the shrivels, but it doesn't matter. Cornered focus is good. I would just take another charge strike though. It's possible I should have just taken the cornered focus, but I think we've got enough mana right now. I don't really want to overdo it on the mana. Which I realize is a weird thing for me to say, but at this point it is a thing that is very possible to do. Okay, these don't quite kill, which is unfortunate. But that does, yes. And then we can actually just pitch these to draw more. Okay, pitch that. And then we can go donk donk and then just get the kill with that. Everything works out. Yeah, Mystic Ritual. We're going to try it, and then we will just cut it if it turns out that we can't afford it, which is very possible. Don't really need either of those cards, so we're just going to skip that. This fight doesn't give us really anything we want. Yeah, this is an example of this being a difficult card to play. I think we're probably going to upgrade this. Let's see, I can play this out though. Let's see if that's worth it. Yeah, that was worth it, I think. We've already hammered. Let's see. This doesn't quite kill. It gets very close, but doesn't quite kill. But it does if it does any bleed. So we're good. I think we're not going to be able to afford that this turn. Yeah, see, like this, just kind of expensive. Let's see. I think we're actually going to pitch all of these. And then see if we can get any value going here. So one note is, oh, this will create one cost things. Actually great, because again, we're just going to abuse the change to Paladin's charge ups. And we can't get all the way back down to 0, but we can summon you, and then you will finish it off. Don't really care. Do I? I don't think so. I think Power Surge is still better. More strike damage is solid. It also gives us the chance to crit. So, let me think. I think I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to do this. We got a pretty bad hand, but I'm not going to bother trying. Oh, I should have played this out first. That one's on me. So we got a pretty bad hand, but we can set up for next turn. We're not actually taking any damage here, so. Let's see. I think we are going to supercharge. Start with that. Draw more cards. Get that out, I guess, before we... Alright, so we're going to be able to hit 0 again. And just win. Yeah. Yep. Not the thing we're looking for. Not super useful. Sanctity is fine. Yeah, we really wanted the other card here. but I can't really complain considering how well the run is going right now. None of this does anything for us. We'll just discard it. We upgrade the other galvanized blade, I think. And then we cut... Yeah, I think the Mystic Ritual we can't quite afford. This is pretty good. That's probably better than the Tough rune. And we're just going to go into these elite fights to hopefully get more upgrades. Should I hammer this? I don't think so. I think I might hammer. I think hammering the focus is probably what we want to do. So this is how we get to 0. Let's play that into that. Will draw us back around to that, and then we can. I think we do. That. More temporary powerful. Which means that now we have you know what? No, we're just going to pitch those and help find mana. Well, not quite what we're looking for, but it'll get us there. Doggo saves the day again. Yeah, we're running kind of tighter than I would like on getting these kills, but it's working out, so. I don't know if we need this. It is only 2 hits, and it's 2 mana, so I think that means that between those 2 things we don't want it. Devour Ice seems really good when we have the Frost rune. This is kind of awkward because we want to play it, but we want to wait as well. Pitch that. Okay, so that is going to get us to... Oh, that's unfortunately going to mean that we are fatigued, so we don't get full value out of whatever. But... hammer that. That lets us get 3 mana, which is important. Let's see what we get out of this. Cool, we got mana. And there we go. More turn 1 kills for Paladin. Who's Katon? Never heard of him. Sure. We don't currently have any ways to get mighty, but that's fine. We may even want to cut one of these power surges. I don't know that we need both, and they are kind of a relatively weak way to get powerful when we are trying to win in 1 turn. Okay, we're cutting one of them. And they don't do damage, obviously, which is a downside. So this fight, there's a decent chance we will not be able to win turn 1. But we should still be able to do a pretty good amount of damage here. Deciding if I want to hammer something here. If I do, what it is. I think hammering the Spry Vigor makes some amount of sense. Just because we are probably going to try and draw some cards here, and we will need the mana for it. So yeah, so now this is going to hit 4 times. We are going to go ahead and play these because we have this, which is going to heal us back. Pitch that. Okay, we can't use that unfortunately. But I think we're going to use this to eat up the shock stack. Although we are going to be setting up more shock stacks, so I would like to have played that, but we just can't quite afford it. I think it is worth doing this. Because if we can play that, we're in pretty good shape. Although we don't really have anything to go with it. That'll work. So now that will give us, a lot of powerful. And I don't think we'll be able to afford anything we draw. Oh man, we can. Nice. Turn 1 kill. I didn't think we were actually going to get there. Echoing Bolt is okay. It's not ridiculous, but it's okay. Enraged Persistence Plus is very good, so is Arms Race Plus, because they both draw us more strikes. I think we go with this one, because that also gets us more powerful, although we do still need to get that Rupture Strike upgraded, or we need to cut it. I think we keep it for now. I think we're not going to bother cutting anything here. We're just going to keep moving. Okay. Trying to remember which of these cards we might want. I mean, we would take the Baelator cards. I think Arcane Deluge is probably fine. I think that's and Direct the Range is also okay, but neither of them is amazing. Turn to Gunk is fine, but not amazing. But Hunter's Focus is great. So we're probably going to go through there. We'll start here. Alright. We can go bonk bonk. So one of the notes here is that we can repeatedly force shuffles, which helps us with finding things. Okay. Oh, that's going to matter here because we just win. Playing nothing but fair cards. Sorcerer's Secretion is a solid win condition, although we shouldn't need it. The one thing we're kind of scared of is that we do kind of run out of steam after we've burned all of our Huzumawats, so CPU can be tricky for us. And also things with Opportunist are obnoxious, because what else is new? Okay, this will kill you. Get more card draw. We are probably going to lose life to you, unfortunately, but yeah, we're definitely going to lose life to you. Because exploding is rude. Like so. All right. Very weak Sorcerer's Secretion, but we got there. Yeah, I don't know that I want Direct the Rain. It's okay, but I don't think it does enough for us. Well, does it? That could actually be a lot of damage. Do we just need another Predator's Focus to maintain our mana equilibrium? Probably. This is okay, but we don't really need it because we have this. And then the other one is just actively bad for us. Alright. Once again, we get extra Frost Rune, which does nothing for us. We would have loved for the thing that we got to have been that other thing. This will draw us back into whatever. We do need to find a way to get up to, should have hammered that probably. We are not going to get to enough mana to play these, or enough energy either at this rate. Okay, there we go. So we can supercharge and play that. That kills. And there we go. That's what we call a murder. Hungering Focus is great. So, and then we take... Do we want another Hungering Focus? Do we want another shot at Hunter's Focus? I think we want another shot at Hunter's Focus. I think we're going to reroll for Gamble, potentially. Oh man, this is great. That's exactly what we want to see the most. So, let me think. I may hammer this. Yeah, I think I like that. That'll just give us a ton of draw. Does make it harder for us to hit whatever. We can't really get value out of that right now. 3 powerful is fine, I guess. But I think we want to see what else we can get first. If we can get any more powerful. We cannot. This explodes, which is annoying, but we can deal with it. And more importantly, oh, whoops, I should use this to get the heal back. It's fine. Yeah, Hunter's Focus is great. It's mana, and it's a lot of powerful. And yeah, I think we're probably going to reroll for Gamble here. And we're just going to take the double event into double snail. Do we just pitch that? I think so. We are going to want to use this at some point this turn, I think. But we have ways to kill in our hands, so. Alright, there's that. Oh man. I'm going to hammer this, but it'll cost more mana than we have right now, so. Oh, that gets us to the hand limit. Okay, and we didn't draw into the pocket shift because we didn't have room in hand. Let's see, this is going to kill. Let's go ahead and do that. So there we go. Another clean turn 1 kill, and we still had a lucky die in reserve. Yeah, we'll take Gamble, and we were going to upgrade it because I'm not quite that crazy. I do think there's a good enough chance that we'll end up needing that extra turn that I want to upgrade the Gamble. Sanctity is pretty bad because it's 3 mana and only draws us +1 card. And the other effects of it only matter if we are going beyond turn 1, which is kind of our plan to avoid. Alright, we want powerful. Oh, I should have just done this to get the powerful out. And then this will tag you two, which will forcibly redraw us the Pocket Blade. And then I think we are going to pitch all 3 of these to look for more damage. That'll do. Yeah, this so far has not been impressive just because we haven't needed the value from it. Because nothing lives long enough for Sorcerer's Secretion to matter. None of that matters. Alright, let's see if we have to fight CPU. That's not CPU. Take more max mana, sure. And then we drop down. And this is okay. Arcane Robes is okay. So we didn't fight CPU, which is kind of annoying. Arcane Robes are technically better than Frost Robes in terms of damage dealt, but I'm a little worried about that next upcoming fight. This is probably better than the Summoning Remote. It only matters for this upcoming fight, and then we have to just find something else to replace it for Bay later, but I didn't expect whatever to be useful against Bay later anyway. Yeah, so the question is, which of these do we care the least about? And I think the answer is Shrivel. Oh, I need to get this out. Unfortunately, until we get through the shield, we can't actually get this online. But I think we're going to hammer this so that we can play it and draw a bunch of cards. And then that did technically count as a kill, so we got mana for it. We pitch. I don't think we care about that. Although, it is going to come back here in a moment. Oh no, because we discarded it to that effect. That's totally worth it. Gives us quite a lot of powerful. Yeah, we can't play that, unfortunately. We do not have enough mana to really do any of what we want to do. This is probably no good place to end the turn, but I'm not a coward. And we can do this into this, which will... Hey, we do actually win immediately. I didn't think we were actually going to get there, but I'm happy we did. Precarious Drought is fine. Surprise Attack is also pretty good, though. And then, trying to think what cards we want to cut. Sorcerer's Secretion, like I said, it just hasn't done anything for us. Follow-up Strike is technically worse than the whatever, but not by that much. Than the Sting Strikes, but not by that much. Echoing Bolt hasn't really done anything for us. It can go. We probably don't need Devour Ice, but I do want to find a new trinket to replace whichever one. That's not really it. None of that is really it. I should have taken the permanent plate. It is better than nothing, which is effectively what this is right now. That's also better than nothing. We'll take it. Our ideal thing here is like a Duplicitome or a Spyglass. But if we can't get it, then we can't get it, and that's fine. I don't think that matters either. Do we want this? Maybe. Probably not. Starting Predator, is that better than the healing? Probably. Because we shouldn't be taking that much damage here. And we have a couple good healing options already. So we'll see how this goes. Give me a second. Alright. So I was distracted for a bit, but here we go. I think we upgrade the Rupture Strike. Let's see what we can get to with this. I think we pitch the Devour Ice for other things. Is 8 powerful enough? Probably. This is unfortunately probably going to eat our Frost before we get enough bleed procs, but let's see what we find. Really, I should have done that first. Yeah, because here's more, whatever. But okay, cool. We just managed to get enough luck on the random bleeds. So we have to use this now if we want to redraw, and I think we do. Okay. And yeah, so we don't quite get the turn 1 kill, but we get dang close. Imagine if we could draw Ruinous Gamble, you know, in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, here's Ruinous Gamble showing up alongside the card that we played it to win us the fight. Still, pretty good overall, I would say. That is Aggro Paladin, doing Aggro Paladin things. Yeah, Paladin is really good at aggression right now. So are a lot of other characters. I just am particularly fond of Paladin because Supercharge is so good. And so that is it for this video. I will see you next time. Toodles.